Yes, hello everyone. No time for a funny intro today. We've got plenty to get through because the championship is picking up pace and we are sort of falling short of it. It's a bit... Let me talk you through it and you can tell me if we've had a good time or not. I mean, it doesn't look great, does it? There's a lot of red in there and a lot of yellow as well. There's some green, sort of. Oh, my voice went really, really high there. Hello! We lost 1-0 to Crystal Palace, which obviously you guys were there for. Since then, Swansea, West Brom, Peterborough, Huddersfield. 4 draws in 7 games. 2 wins against Rotherham and recently Reading, which is good. But a defeat to Derby away from home. So, we're still overperforming, but not maybe to the level I was sort of expecting, if that makes any sense. Compared to last year, not quite as good. There's a lot of not a lot of unhappy players. There are some unhappy players coming in. I've had a chat with Owen Donnellan, I've had a chat with Andy Shepherd, and I've had a chat with Uche Abba. Wannamove! Oh, I don't want to be Billericay Town. Wannamove! Get it? Uche Abba. Jokes for days. So I'm doing a bit of internal mutiny, and I've also then got to deal with the fact we've got Ipswich coming up and Cardiff, both of whom aren't playing particularly that well at the moment in the league. About as well as we are. Ipswich are 11th and Cardiff are a little bit lower in 13th last I checked. These are games that we can win, and probably, I don't want to say should win, but if we're going to have any aspirations of being in the playoffs, these are games I do expect us to play a bit better in. There's a few problem positions that are really beginning to kind of, that I'm just seeing now. Okay, one of them in particular is left back. Okay, Rob Burns is Rob Burns, alright? He could be brilliant, he's not. Alright, but Victor Collazo has also not set the world on fire. It's difficult to explain just how annoying that is. So, because Rob Burns has got a slightly better relationship with Whittaker, I'm going to go with that for this. I'm surprised there's no thing between Wilson and Pearview here because they've been playing together for years. So, that makes no sense. But in terms of the lineup then, this is pretty much as good as it gets. Butland's in goal, Burns at left back, Tizard, Okoro and Kane Wilson make up the back 4. Suzuki, Shabani and Powell are in the middle. Those 3 are playing very, very well at the moment. Suzuki's gone a little bit off the boil, but not too bad. Whittaker's back in the lineup, which is a really, really big thing for us. He's been injured for a little while, but back in. Already got 4 goals this season, which is decent. Pearview's back in, scored a brilliant goal last game. If I can get him to get back to some realm of form, we'll start shooting back up the table. But Fernando Luiz, as always, is the man carrying the team forward. He's playing at 7.92 at the moment, 14 goals for the season. I don't know where we would be without him. I'm going to say, if you perform well, like you did in the last game, we'll win this. Maybe. So you can see them there, Ipswich in 11th, Cardiff, down in 14th. So both teams struggling a little bit. But they're not that far behind us. I say they're struggling. Ipswich are only, actually they're level on points with us. But they have played the game more. So, context. Nothing's happened. Oh my god, there's a highlight. I love it when I say that and then there's a highlight straight afterwards. Mugging me off. Wilson plays the ball back into Okoro. Suzuki plays the ball to Pearview. Okoro has been robbed by Hepburn Murphy. Remember, I think he was a Villa youngster. Absolutely rapid. Hepburn Murphy tees it all the way back to Lesniak. I mean, if they score a goal on the counter-attack because Okoro's given away the ball, I won't be happy. That's good play there by Powell. Finding Fernando Luiz, Pearview. We're not doing very well keeping the ball here, I think it's safe to say, are we? Hepburn Murphy finds Stevens. He's at the post. We're very, very fortunate. Just keep giving the ball away in stupid situations. Well, that was absolutely thrilling. One highlight, and it wasn't for us. We've had so many shots! I was going to say, I'm happy with the number of shots that we've had on target so far, which is true. We just need to... I mean, their goalie's playing at 7, which is a bit irritating. We just need 1 goal, and hopefully we can then shut up shot. I mean, why am I even talking like that? But we all know I'm not capable of keeping clean sheets, so we normally have to score 2 to win a game. This game's drifting a bit as Powell whips the ball in, and it's a decent header away there. I'll wait and see what happens to this highlight, because if we score, I probably won't need to make any changes. But if we don't, I'm thinking we might go 2 up top. They're playing a 4-4-2, so we could just match them. But I think because we've got the 3 in midfield, that's why we're dominating the game so much. Pearview on the ball, finds Powell. Joe Powell to Pearview. Great take by Pearview. Finds Fernando Luiz. There you go. There's 1-0. And of course, it was always going to be Fernando Luiz with the finish. A lovely, lovely goal. Ipswich's resistance has been broken We're 1-0 up. Come on, Ricky! I love this little bit of play here, and then Pirby just stops the ball, mugs the defender off. Lovely ball in behind. Fernando Luis, keeper's in absolute no man's land. Doesn't know whether he's coming or going. A good finish. Lovely. Just right, we're still only 2 points off the playoffs. It's just the teams in the playoffs are so good, because a lot of them are ex-Premier League teams. Powell, free kick. Oof! Good effort, but a decent save there by Phillips. I'm going to take Bigger Shabani off because he's quite tired. I'm going to bring on Adam Dawson and actually move Owen Donnellan back into that advanced playmaker because I'm training him to play in that role. I mean, I look at that 6. You've got West Brom, Borough, Fulham, Palace, Sheffield United, Norwich. Only Borough haven't been in the Premier League in recent years. The rest of them are all basically those yo-yo Premier League clubs. So we've got such a hard job trying to get in ahead of those teams because financially they're so much better off than we are. They'll have parachute payments. They've obviously got bigger stadiums, bigger fan base. They're just going to generate more income and got more reputation. So it's going to be so hard for us to kind of break through that. This is brilliant football. If this ends in a goal, I'll be so happy. Not when Donnellan's playing, though. Powell on the ball. Chips over the top. Fernando Luis in on goal. And when Fernando Luis is on goal, it usually only results in one thing. We can play little tiki-taka. We can play back to front. We've got everything. It's Ipswich 0, Billericay 2. Oh, I've missed this. Why don't I do more videos? I am working on that, by the way. Trust me. We haven't really seen a lot of Dawson, but he is a supremely good looking talent as Fernando Luis heads over the bar. Could have been his third. Not to be. But it is to be 3 points as we go to Portman Road and get ourselves a big, big win. Well done, boys. We weren't even favourites to win that game. This is what I mean. I think we are. I know that the reputation will say that we shouldn't be doing as well as we are. But I think that actually we are pretty much like a top half championship team. We just need to get that little bit further, or just get a little bit more quality in, and then we can really, really push, I think, over the coming years. So this is not going to be a kind of, this season we're going to go up. That ain't going to happen. We look at the teams ahead of us. We might maybe nick a playoff place, potentially, but I'm not expecting it. Because I look at it there, look at the balance. It's 3.5 million, which for us is like, oh my god, that's loads. But for everyone else in this league, it's like nothing. I think I've seen that we're going to be missing Suzuki for the next game, which I'm not particularly happy about. How am I going to get to the game? Will swiftly move on. Suzuki, Swift. It's the only model I know of their cars. Right, so second game of the day, hosting Cardiff City, who are down in 16th, so not having the best of times. They're a full 8 points behind us. We could potentially go into the playoffs, but Sheffield United and Norwich have got games in hand as well. We're never getting in the playoffs, are we? Come on, mate. It's a pipe dream. And unfortunately, as I suspected, Suzuki is suspended for today's game because he's an idiot. I forgot to mention as well, Billy John Baptiste is also injured. He's going to be out for 4 weeks and 2 months at the moment, so we're doing quite well without him, surprisingly. So I'm going to bring in Callum Sesse. He's going to go into that ball-winning midfielder role. Other than that, I'm not really going to change anything, because why would you? We've been playing pretty well, all things considered. Oh my god, there's a highlight straight away, which is unusual, because in the last game, we had one highlight in the first half, and it wasn't even a good one. Up in there, Trott hits it straight away. Whittaker on the ball. Plays it back to Tizard. I have to say, it's been good getting Will Tizard back in the lineup as well. Fernando Luis, from Trott, that is one of the worst bits of goalkeeping you will ever see. Fernando Luis cannot stop scoring. He just cannot stop scoring. Wannamove. I don't know why I'm singing that. It's just catchy, isn't it? Speaking of catchy. 1-0 to the Ricky after a few seconds. Get in. Oh, they got Deli Bashiru, who's a player I've always really, really wanted to play with on there. Oh, that's a great ball. Ugbo hits the post. We're very, very fortunate. We are very fortunate that did not go in. We've got some decent players there. I know Semenyo. I know Trott. Is that who I think it is? Ronnie Edwards. Ronnie Edwards is a very good player. Yeah, they've got some decent players. I can tell it's going to be a very highlighty game by the looks of things, as Ugbo tries to play the ball through there, not to be. Tizard to Powell. Powell finds Wilson. Wilson driving forward into Pirvu. Pirvu, he's just got great feet. Pirvu, brilliant ball. Powell into Fernando Luis. Fernando Luis, it's annoying that Powell and Pirvu aren't going to get the kind of assist for that. But Fernando Luis is next level. There was something in the air that night. Cardiff are wonderful. Fernando. He's chipped it over the goalkeeper. And then so he's chipped it over the goalkeeper to himself and then placed it. He's unbelievably good. See, the problem I'm going to have is that eventually he's not going to want to play in the Championship anymore, and he's going to go back to Arsenal and go, I need to start playing some games. So when he goes, we'll have no goals. So I need to try and achieve something while he's here, please, or at least find a suitable replacement. But how can you replace this in the Championship? Could he potentially be signing of the actual series? Maybe. But we need him to have a legacy at the club. He's one player that I'm just sort of starting going, I know I need to keep him. How inconvenient is it that someone's trying to fly an aircraft while I'm recording? Do they not know? Honestly. You guys might not even be able to hear it, and that's going to make me sound absolutely mental. Well, it's 2-0 at the break. It's brilliant. That's what it is. I'm going to take him off. Oh, people are going to go, why? Why would you do that, Mike? Why take off Fernando Luis? Because he needs a rest. So Fernando Luis is coming off. I'm going to bring on Owen Donlan, who's going to go up front. I don't want to risk it too much. Let's just take our time with the other changes. Gebby's warming up, which is, yeah, Graham Gebby. Joe Powell's going to come off. Florian Marler is going to come on, and Mikero is going to come off. And I'm going to bring on Graham Gebby. I'm bringing on Graham Gebby. Oh, Gebby with a brilliant header out finds Marco Pirvu. He finds Kane Wilson. Wilson, ball to Donnellan. Plays it back to Shabani. Sese. Wilson, Pirvu. Lovely take there by Marco Pirvu. He's so good. Marco Pirvu. That's a disgusting foul, referee. Wilson on the ball. Whips it in. Yes, he does. Shabani! It's 3-0. Get in. The fullback overloads there. Kane Wilson, by the way, has been a sensational signing at right back. We were trying to replace the legend that is Yestin Hughes. Kane Wilson's come in and done absolute business. He goes a little bit wider. Whips in a brilliant ball. Shabani, who again... just there's so many players in this team I love. There really are, that we've got absolute bargains for. Bigger Shabani could well be one of them. Martin drives forward, finds Ugbo. Ugbo's hit the post again. That's the second time today. I mean, that football is... yeah, I mean, I'd rather we didn't do that in our own box, lads, if I'm honest. Donnellan on the ball here. Oh, great ball by Donnellan to Florian Marler. He's hit the post as well. That would have been a brilliant goal by two of our new recruits this summer. Oh, I don't believe he's missed that. Marler finds Pirvu. Pirvu turns, whips it in. Bang! There you go. You can't deny him for long. Florian Marler gets his 4th goal of the season. Not bad, son. And Pirvu gets yet another assist. It's great play by all of them. Pirvu turns it back. Brilliant ball then. Marler, genius finish actually. Just rocks his body the wrong way. Smashes the ball across him into the roof of the net in the opposite corner. Billericay are absolutely on fire. 4-0. Billericay beat Cardiff. Delighted. That's gone better than I could have ever expected. Let's come back in the new year then, actually. Shall we come back for Sheffield United away and Swansea at home? Because the transfer window will be on then. Not that I think we're going to make a lot of business or do a lot, but it'd be interesting to come back. Or we could do the home game against Swansea and then see we get in the FA Cup third round. If it's a big fixture in the FA Cup third round, then we'll do that. If not, let's just aim for Sheffield United and Swansea. Very good indeed. Thanks so much for watching today's episode. I hope that you have enjoyed it. It's good to be back on the Billericay train. I'm hoping that you're all really enjoying it. Thanks for a lot of love on the series, actually. It seems to be growing, even while I've not kind of got more consistent videos out. So thank you so much for your support, guys. It's really appreciated. Remember to make sure that you go and support Billericay, the football club themselves. Probably didn't have the best year this year, but they are a phenomenal club. They have a great kit, which I would advise that you guys getting. Thank you for everything. Please remember to like, share and subscribe and support the channel and myself. And until I see you again, take care everyone and stay cool. Bye.